So today I need to say what I said yesterday. So let's just kind of lay this out. So Monday, yesterday. Um, Sorry, I need to have my phone on for what I'm about to type out. It's a Twitch notification saying manage live dashboard. Thanks, Twitch. Okay, so a maintenance guy was supposed to come over to wire an Ethernet cable through the house. But it snowed a lot yesterday, which is unusual for Washington. So Tuesday, today, the guy rescheduled for noon. Now, I put noon in quotes. I have a feeling it's not going to be noon exactly. But there are two parts to this. One is I hope I remember when it's getting close to noon. And two is I just wanted to alert you all that there will be two streams. So let's go edit this. And Perry, and hey Hideo. So Tuesday, the maintenance guy from yesterday rescheduled. So I have to cut the stream out at around lunchtime. Assuming the internet works afterward, I will be streaming again in the afternoon. But I don't know when or how long the break will be. Other than that, alpha feedback as usual. Okay. Yeah, DVD burner. What year is it? Hey, Wowter. And I'm doing well, Hideo. How about yourself? Hey, Kesha. So, yeah, this is kind of unfortunate, especially because tomorrow I need to start the stream late. Wednesday, February 8th. Late start due to dental appointment. Now, normally it wouldn't be as late as it's going to be tomorrow. Probably 2 hour delay. Hey, Monetic Bind. I'm doing well. I've been giving the keyboard another shot. I'm still pretty bad at it, at least for like programming and hotkeys and everything. So I'm trying to figure out the optimal layout for myself. And yeah, maybe I'll start to weave it into some of my streams. All right, well, we need to put the game online. Yeah. And then I want to take care of a bunch of these just little bits of feedback, and there's a lot to do, definitely. I don't think I'll ever stop saying that. So AWS, let's go start all this up. Hey, Superman. All right, get the overseer. Hey, Euphoria. And hello, Pawn. Good morning to everybody. All right, so then we connect to this. We run our typical bump the version number. Bump client version to this. You modified your layout a little bit. I think I can show you my layout. I'm pretty sure I can just share this link with you. Here's at least what I'm working with right now. And when I say working with, I mean I've done this for, what, like a couple of hours. So I got rid of all those, like, hold the key for this and tap the key for something else. Unfortunately, I have 4 shift keys on the keyboard. I don't think I need that many. But yeah, I actually, wait, this isn't right. This isn't tab. Oh no. No, I'm supposed to have a version 6 somewhere. Man, that's annoying. I don't know what happened to that one, but this is not that one. Alright, well, who knows what I even changed then. It's going to be annoying. I wonder how to find the other one. I'd probably have to look through my history. Alright, fine. Let's look through the history for a second. So, keyboard layout. So it's one of these other ones, I guess. QBLWPO. Oh, thank goodness for that. Okay. Good job, Chrome history. Well, anyway, it's QBLWPO. So here it is, not the one I just showed you. I made a key for control backspace because of how much I was screwing up, but I think that's probably a bad idea once I'm used to the keyboard. Yeah, that sucks, antimatter tape. Was updating my defense before you shut down the stream. Looking forward to my bots failing completely. Someone attacked me today. Well, Pawn, I'm sort of in the process of putting it back online. I say sort of because I kind of just stopped for a second. So I need to... Yeah, those sounds are going to be happening a decent amount. Sorry, guys. I need to keep my phone on today. It's one of the things I try to never do. Okay, so there's that. Now we can run the deploy process. You have layer 1 where caps lock would be. The thing is, I still find myself accidentally hitting that key, so I don't want it to be... Actually, that probably makes sense. Let me write that down at least. Escape on the bottom left side. Are you getting used to that? So with this keyboard, you have to get used to a bunch of things. One, and this is what I was talking about in Discord, almost all of you, if you're typing on a regular keyboard, or at least, well, if you have a QWERTY layout, I can't speak for all of the keyboards, but apostrophe on most keyboards is usually just to the left of the enter key. And that's for like all enter styles. So I have a thin horizontal enter style. There are the like blocky ones. There's the large ones. And so you usually just slide your pinky a little bit to the right to hit enter. And you can't do that on this keyboard unless you remap the buttons. So usually you use your thumb for enter. And then equals is on the left side of the keyboard by default. So they moved a bunch of things around. Now, I'm usually pretty decent about getting used to this stuff. However, there's so much that's been drilled into my muscle memory from just using a keyboard like this. So one of them, I set up a key, Windows key plus Alt plus X. This is what goes to my console. And so I can switch really quickly between these. The reason it's Win Alt X is because if you look at my hand, the 3 fingers are all exactly on top of each other almost. But on the new keyboard, I have to like move my hand like that. Anyway. Hey, Liquidor. Alright, so we're just waiting for this thing to finish. It's not like I have anything else I can really do here. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, I could get this. But this will be done relatively soon. There. Okay, so publish version 0.1.5. There should be some new files here, yep. And same thing here. No, Bojingles. I think a few people do that. I'm not sure how many. Hey, Marco Stone. Okay, so these things have been pushed. Let's go start this process. Now, hopefully, I did this in such a way that this should go a little bit faster. Let's make sure that it does. How many servers do I use? I would say 4 or 5. So there's a matchmaker. It's pretty much this infrastructure that I have here. Alright, so quit this and then type Ansible convenience scripts. Ansible all. There. So that should run everything for me. So no more copy pasting. Yeah, faster. Okay, cool. All right, so now we just need to form changes. And by changes, I mean the description of changes. So edit February 7th. In general, I like writing the in general part, but I don't know how important that is. So show graphic on client for area repair. So there's this add area repair hardware. Now I really got to add that to the wiki as well. Add area repair to the wiki. Hey, Mr. Cheap. So this isn't really important. Animate explosions using new sprites. This was mostly for testing, so you'll still see changes here eventually. Ooh, Mr. Cheap. That happened on your first practice? Used to be in the upper right of the page, just floating around, and a lot of people were confused. Now it's at the bottom left, where store footer content here used to be. Alright, is this online? Yeah, it is. So now we can do this. So these were the stats from yesterday. I'm not sure if anybody cares, but I will show those in just another second. We will set this there. Hey, Hitch Slap. It's going well. And yeah, it can only go better from that point, says Hideo. Then Mr. Cheap goes back, gets his face smashed in a second time. Well, it can only go up from there. What are the odds it happens 3 times in a row? Alright. Fix bug where you were able to save your defense while testing it. And what issue was this? 31? Alright, yeah, so these are the 2 biggest things, definitely. Make it clearer and then fix a couple of bugs. Yeah. Sounds good. Alright, let's preview that. Yep. Looks good. We just need a period at the end of that. 100 bits equals $1? Yeah. 0.1.5. Cool. So that's it. Do you usually write a list of things you're going to do for today before you start? No, it's usually just there from the last few days. So yeah, here were the stats I was talking about, by the way. The matchmaker was online for about 8 hours yesterday. And in that time, there were 217 games played. So not very high metrics. Oh, you went to an advanced class. Oh, okay. You're like, hello, I am new to this. Where do I sign? And they punch you in the face. All right, add area repair to the wiki. Let's go do that. So let's do this next to repair. Repair is an allied bot. An allied bot. Okay. Well, the stats on this are going to change. Area repair. What just happened? Oh, there we go. Confusing for a second. So repairs, let's just take the description from item data probably. Heals all allies within a certain range. long cooldown. Let's do it that way. So heals, range, and then we need cooldown as well. So 50, 100, and 150 is still correct. Range 333, cooldown 888. Alright, so 3, 3, 3, cooldown 8, 8, 8. Okay, so let's take a look. Area repair. Yep. Cool. Oh man, boxing. I haven't done anything like that. So let's edit this now. In the Botland database, usernames, email addresses are currently randomized because they aren't used. Passwords are encrypted using PBKDF2 using assault and iterated over 10,000 times. Cool. Alright, see you Monetic Bind, and hey to Chromium. Okay, so that's done. Next. Yeah, I want to spend a little bit of time doing this at the very least. This should be a really, really simple change. The only issue is, do I have a logo I want to use right now? I think I put them on my desktop. Yeah, Botland logos. So yeah, we have a really, really small logo to use. This would be for like... Actually, I'm not really sure what this would be for. But we have some other ones. So this is the same thing, but higher res. It's still gray, so it's not very distracting. Then we have this, which is supposed to be the dynamic one where we can kind of animate all this stuff. And then this. So I think I'm going to put this on the main page maybe. Actually, I don't know, because maybe I'll just throw this on there. Yeah, let's try that. Logo 1. Yeah, let's take that. I want to see what this would look like without having to do any coding changes, really. So I want to put it right here. So we just need an image there. The issue is getting this to be in a spot where I can use the image. Oh, you know what? Imager would just be a spot I can use the image from. Easy peasy. Okay, let's go do that. Where should I put this? What? Where did the image go? Desktop / Botland logos. Okay, got it. So it's online now. Now we should just be able to use it. Who made the logo? One of the artists. It's an artist who mostly worked on the concept art part of things. And I like his work. I've shown you guys this before, but let me show it to you again for anyone who hasn't seen this, because I think this is really cool. Let me find it. Yeah, this. So here's how the logo will eventually be done for the main page of Botland. We'll have a dynamic aspect here where this thing can fly in, and the bot can be a random color, and it can pull out a random weapon. So yeah, this is what we'll probably eventually do. But for right now, all I'm going to do is just add in an image, because we don't have that. Okay, so let's go put this in. So this is just on the logins on the login container. I want to just throw this somewhere. Let's just say this dot render logo. So we're going to return an image source equals that imager link that I had. I guess it would change a little if people are doing it from the original concept. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Yeah, we'll eventually get that in the game too. Okay, and then we just need a style tag. Hey Vito. Style equals style. Alright, let's just start with that, and then we can later add in whatever else we want. Logo 2 is the best. Logo 2 is something where if you don't want the colors of the logo to get in the way, you'd use this. But it's the same general shapes as logos 3 and 4. Logo 1 is just totally different. I mean, I guess the shapes are kind of the same, but it's much smaller. I think that was just for, you know, like a preview or something like that. Like a thumbnail. Yeah, so here it is. We gotta make this transparent. I didn't realize it wasn't transparent. Hey, Avixator. Alright, open with GIMP. Okay. I am not a pro at this. Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to be there, or if I should get rid of that too by just deleting something like that. Yeah, let's get rid of these things. See how it looks. There's gonna be more cleanup I have to do here, but that's fine. I can always do the heavy lifting later and just do the, whoops. I can just do some broad strokes here. Alright, how's that? It's pretty good. There are all these like random boundaries that I gotta delete now. I wonder if I should have just increased the threshold on this thing. I shouldn't do this. Yeah, Mr. Rios. I'm gonna miss a lot by doing this. Hey, Voice of Grog. And Avixator, who I'm not sure if I said hi to already. Yeah, white spot by the neck. Yeah, I know. But, like, the issue is that there's still all these little cleanup spots I'm gonna have to do. So I wonder if this is a good idea. Or if I should just leave that. Selection grow 1 pixel. Yeah, well, the other thing I could do is, like I said, like, revert all of this back to what it was. I apparently can't do that anymore. Huh. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and then there's a threshold on this tool. I could just increase it. And there, that did a pretty good job of deleting stuff. Same thing here and here. 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 Yeah, that's pretty good, right? I think that's pretty good. In fact, that might be perfect. I don't see any extra spots now. Yeah, hey, pretty good. Okay, well, let's do this. Logo 1 transparent. Okay, so I'll just upload this one then. Well, it's not perfect, but let's see how that looks. Okay, definitely better. Now I just need to make this not take up the whole page. No, not. I just... Like, is that good or bad? Like, I don't know. I shouldn't be in charge of this. I'm probably not gonna check this in. I just want to see how this would look. No radio waves now? Oh, I deleted those. Alright, well, the bot is eventually going to be dynamic on this logo anyway. Thing is, you deleted the shadows from the logo. Yeah, fine. I'm not going to mess around with this. I just want to see what it would look like. Okay, well, ignoring the little details, I still think this is too busy. We had this circuit board background, which used to be the only interesting thing on this page. Then I added in these bots, which are randomized every time. And now I've got the logo as well. So I think I need to remove the bots. Can we just set this to display none for now? And same thing over here. No, I don't know if I like this. Is it online? It should be online. No wonder I thought this was a pre-recorded stream. Whoa. It's crazy. Could have issues on smaller windows too. Oh, as far as the CSS style goes here, like, yeah, I need to fix that. So this turns into a background image or something, I don't know. Two and a half minutes behind? Wow. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do about this. I'll have to talk to Jason about this. What is that? Sorry, I have to check my phone today. I'm waiting for the maintenance guy to come over at about noon. I never do this on stream, guys. Okay, that's not the maintenance guy. Okay, yeah, I'll talk to Jason about this after. Talk to Jason about the logo on the main page. Back in normal time, good. Okay, well, this was just something I wanted to test out. I'll save this as desktop botland logos mockup. And you know what else we can do? We can Control Z a couple of these things and show what it looks like there too. So this will be mockup 2. There, that's it. No, he didn't show up yesterday. It snowed a lot in Washington, at least where I am. And it doesn't usually snow, so it stopped people from getting where they need to be. So he's going to show up today. He said about noon. That's about 2 hours and 45 minutes from now. So, yeah, I said spend at least a little time incorporating the logo in some way on the main page. I at least tried it out. Okay, so let's go take a look at the game. Let's make sure everything's actually working here. Hey, cool. You got 25 bot coin. Nice. So in the store, we should finally find area repair. There it is. Okay. And we should be able to save our defenses too. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So everything is working. Has anyone actually played a game today? Yes. There have been 14 games played today. So let's just attack a couple people. Shield, missiles, and laser. Oh yeah, we have the new explosion graphics in. Good to see those working. Got it. All right, let's play another couple of these. Atom Art, lasers, missile, shield. Same general, everyone's using reflect kind of thing. So I'll put this here and here and here. I'm just 5 tiles away shooting lasers. Alright, if I play another 11 matches, I'll be able to afford area repair. Lasers and reflect. So here's where we employ our melee and reflect strategy. That actually didn't work that well. Maybe it's damage boost that's helping him out that much. Huh. Have you ever thought about the password saving issue that you changed? I don't know what you're talking about. Melee, thrusters, and shield. This is a very interesting defense. One that I'm going to actually write custom logic for to beat because I want to see this crumble. So we need to find my teleport bot. Where are you? Do I not have a teleport bot anymore? Huh, guess I'll have to make a new one. So teleport and melee and thrusters. Let's just go with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to say pursue enemy CPU. If it exists and we can teleport to it, then teleport to it. So if it exists, closest enemy and closest enemy greater than 2 and can't teleport to, then teleport to. Cool. If we can't teleport to it, then just pursue it. And if that doesn't exist, then we'll just say figure it out. No, we won't. Will I? Okay, let's do this. I'm just going to type this in. If can teleport x minus 5y, teleport x minus 5y, and then figure it out. Okay, let's test that out. So if I put this bot here, he's going to teleport 5 tiles to the left, and then he's going to start to move up. So we're just going to try to avoid this player altogether. I don't think this is going to work. Alright, let's hit commence and see what happens. Oh, this person is smarter than I am. And my bots are doing nothing. That is wonderful. Well, that was stupid. That was a huge waste. Because I forgot to put... I put this here. I meant to put melee at the top of this. If get distance to closest enemy, if will melee hit? There. You know what? We could teleport to where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over left. Over 4. Up 1. There. Let's try that. So they all teleported, and now they'll just kill the CPU, hopefully faster than they can get killed. Okay, they got it at least past half-life. I think that means that I'm going to win the next time I do this. So I'm just going to ignore all of this person's bots. There, it's perfect. Due to 27 in your change today, all Safari users can't go back to the home page. Alright, I will write that down on bugs. Liquidor's attack was thwarted. My melee bots beat you. Yes. Go melee bots. I just barely beat you too. But yep, those are doing their job. Hey Jupiter. Alright, PR boy. Time to die, PR boy. Cool. Got him. Alright, I'm at 42. I just need 8 more. You have to know where the button is, and if you're on a touchscreen, I don't think you can click it at all. Huh, okay. You won't make that mistake next time. I mean, the only way for you to not make that mistake is to change your hardware, right? If I'm inside of your artillery range, that's it. You're a goner. Who is this? Who is this person here? Liquidor. Missiles, shield, reflect, and cloaking. Alright, I got the perfect thing. I got the perfect thing. This has Zapper on it, though. Oh, mine have Inferno Zapper. Interesting. Okay, let's try this out. This may be pretty terrible. Yes, it was. That was horrendous. Okay. Time to fix this. Percent chance 50, fire lasers left. Update. Who cares about your stupid chips and... Oh god, I'm just gonna lose this. Yeah. This was a silly idea. Alright. time to fix everything. Time to make it work. Artillery repair and missiles. Oh, that's it. Those are all the bots I get. Yeah. It's over. Good job, Liquidor. What's the downside of upgrading the computer? There shouldn't be any downside. It should just be upside. Hey, Chris. You added only the hardware for area repair? No snippet yet? No, so area repair is like adding in stunning lasers. There doesn't need to be a new snippet for it because it just uses the old snippets. So if you just use the repair self snippet, this is fine. Now, with that said, this is not obvious that this is going to do area repair. So I have a note to myself to make that clearer somehow. I'm not sure how. So yeah, I'll have to do that. But anyway, this will trigger area repair. So now your defense is even better? Huh? Did you get area repair? Could not log in. Man, it keeps happening. Yeah, I don't know how to make that more obvious though, Hideo. Because, so single target repair, it says repair self and repair ally. Area repair would probably say like repair all. However, do I have another block that says repair all that just does exactly the same thing as repair self? Because in the end, both of these are turning into the same JavaScript. And that was the whole point of keeping this hardware kind of similar. When you click the EULA link, it downloads a PDF instead of displaying it. Is that intentional? It's not intentional, but honestly, it's not really a big deal, I think. But I will at least, I'll write that down. Repair self slash area repair. But I think that'd be more confusing for people. Because if you don't even know that single target repair is in the game. Oh no, actually you can't not know that, can you? Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there yet. But I did write down that I need to change this. So change the wording on Blockly blocks. So solution number 1, say repair self slash repair all. Solution number 2, add in another block that says area repair. That is sort of redundant. Solution number 3 would be dynamically change the text of the blocks based on what hardware you have. This would be kind of annoying because changes to hardware would involve changing the Blockly XML. Also, I don't want to have to do that for like, I don't know. Yeah, so we can talk about that in a bit. I want to get area repair the legitimate way, but I don't want to waste your time by playing another however many matches it's going to take. So let's just do this. No, that didn't work. Yeah, it definitely didn't work. What does he have? Missiles, lasers, etc. I'm not gonna try hard this. There, we're just gonna lose. Yep, I lost. Hey, Liquidor said he wouldn't make that mistake again. And yet he still lost somehow. Okay, so let's connect to the Overseer and go modify the database. Just a tiny bit of cheating here, guys. Tiny bit of cheating. Update users set botcoin equal 50 where ID equals 1. Feels good to earn stuff in the game, you know? Now we just go to the store and we buy area repair. Done. It is now mine. Okay, so I want a bot that goes and repairs stuff now. I just don't know what to do with this on my defense exactly. Do I have a bot that looks like this already? No, I don't. Okay, so I want area repair like level 1. And I'd like to be able to put repair on it as well, but I can't. Oh yeah, that's actually another solution that I could do. Change the game design and allow both area repair and repair at the same time. Cheating the game. I want to see how good area repair level 1 is, but I don't know what else to put on this bot. I guess shield. And then what? I don't know. Also, I just thought of an idea. Extra long range EMP that debuffs the target with next time you use this, you'll lose your turn. But it's only one turn. Hey, Hayes. I don't know what else to do with this though. I feel like maybe this should be on my melee bots. Oh yeah, it should be. That's a good idea. Good idea. Unfortunately, that means sacrificing something else. What is the something else? probably melee. So we'll put melee level 2 and then area repair level 1. Okay, so now while these things are doing basically nothing, we can have them be repairing. So will melee hit, set that stuff. Otherwise, find closest enemy bot. So we need to copy paste this. That's what we need to do. Turn the repair block into a drop down and have the 2 different repair types there. Not sure how the API would look like though. Could do the same with shield. Yeah, hey Hayes. Well, Liquidor, they both go to the same API in the end anyway. Repair self is just the repair API with no argument. Area repair is just the repair API with no argument. So there aren't 2 different APIs. The only problem is the wording on the Blockly blocks. So I could just, right now I have blocks for repair self. I could just add another block that says repair all, and they're literally the same JavaScript code underneath. I could do that, and then at least anyone who's confused will just not take the, I don't know. Yeah, it's all based on what hardware you have. All right, well, anyway, I'm still busy coming up with the best strategy here, so hang on a second, guys. All right, find close enemy bot. What we want to do is we want to grab this, the one that repairs an ally, and we want the JavaScript for that so that we can plug it into here. Attempt repair. My bot's in range, get a repair target. If exists and will repair target. It's not great. I need to know how much life they have. Otherwise, I'm just wasting this. Alright, well, whatever. I'll call this anyway. We'll put this here. Attempt repair. There. Okay. That's my script. Let's go test it out. So we click test, and we should see these melee bots using their repair ability every once in a while. Yeah. It's doing almost nothing. Yep. Almost nothing. It might have healed one of these bots for 50 life. What happens if you have both regular and area repair? You can't. And so that's why here are the 4 different solutions that I have. I don't know which one you guys like best. So the problem is this. You can only have either repair or area repair equipped at a time. But the Blockly block, the JavaScript API is the same for both repair, but the Blockly block's text is wrong. Repair self instead of repair all. Hey Ramy, hey Darkstorm. So what do you guys think? Solution number 1 is just add a, oh wait, no, this isn't. Change the text of the single block to be repair self and repair all. Add in another block that says area repair that's sort of redundant. Dynamically change the text or change the game design so that we allow both of them at once. Now, if we allowed both of them at once, I guess I'm okay with it in this case. Like, I don't know if this is overpowered. If you're allowed to have both kinds of repair on your bot. I don't think so. Well, for right now, what we could do is just add in a new block. That's probably the easiest one. This is probably the easiest and the least confusing for users. You think you found a use for mines? Well, landmines, they should persist between phases, but they don't right now. So just keep that in mind. keep that in mind. All right, well, we'll get back to that. So when a bot hits the code execution timeout, emit an event into the replay. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's also go get rid of this code I have to put this logo here over everything. Done. There. So logo code is gone. Yeah. Allow both at once and allow for area repair to have a range. No, so pawn, allow both at once is solution 4. The thing you're suggesting about allow area repair to have a range for where the nucleus starts, that's a game design change I don't want to make. I think that makes it too powerful. What about a sprint ability where a bot can move 2 tiles per turn? Huh, let me think about that. Because that's what I'm trying to think of is how is that, like you have sprint, move 2 tiles at once, and you have thrusters, lower post-movement cooldown. When would you want one or the other? Every piece of hardware in Botland should have some situation that justifies it over everything else. So let's say you have lasers, 100 damage, 5 range, 1 cooldown, and you have hyper lasers, 200 damage, 5 range, 1 cooldown. You'll never use lasers again because there's no reason why you wouldn't want more damage. So lasers just becomes obsolete. So does that same sort of thing happen here somehow? Like if you're moving 2 tiles at once, do you need thrusters? Or maybe you can only move 2 tiles at once, so now this like screws up some of your strategies. Maybe you only move 2 tiles at once, so melee doesn't always work how you want it to. I've been trying to use landmines on the attacking sides for the 2nd day now. Still no kill yet. Yeah, Marco, landmines as the attacker just don't really make sense. Just a suggestion to buff it since you can't tell friendly bot HP. Oh, no, Pawn, I'm going to eventually put that in. I wrote consider adding APIs to get the life of all bots in range. Consider adding an API to get the life of any bot. I just didn't do that. So area repair is in the game, and I just want to see, is it balanced, is it not balanced? But I think it's going to be hard to tell without those APIs. So we'll finish that up today. Anyway, Jupiter, let me know what you think about Sprint, because I don't mind writing it down as an idea. I don't know exactly what strategies it enables. I guess it's more for attackers to move quickly. It would probably help you evade enemies. Actually, it would definitely help you evade enemies. What's the arena height? 11? It doesn't matter what the height is. You have a variable for it because the height actually changes. So what you should do is if you're using Blockly, just take built-in variable arena height, and if you're using JavaScript, type arena height. So that way you can do something like if my Y value is less than the arena height and can move down, then move down. Well, I'll write down the idea, hardware ideas. Huh, I have 2 sections for hardware ideas. Well, let's consolidate them. Okay. Jupiter suggests. Thought it might be a good defense strategy against a cheesy attack. The thing is, Jupiter, the cheesy attack is a reactive thing. Like, given that the defender is not pursuing me, I'm going to do that. As soon as you see a bot with sprint on it, you'll probably be like, okay, I'm not going to use the cheesy strategy anymore. So it'll cease to be effective. And that's what is kind of inherent to just the defender aspect of this. Defenders have to be proactive. Attackers get to be reactive. You have to know how to code to play Botland? You don't have to know how to code to play Botland. So let's say you want to make a defense and you just started playing the game. So you'll go in here, and this part any gamer should really know how to do, I think. Granted, the UI can be made better, sure, okay. But as far as like what kind of stuff do you want, any strategy gamer would understand what range and damage and like the different properties of these things, area of effect, those are all pretty standard. So you can come up with this part of your strategy. Then as far as writing your code, at the very least, you could just not do anything. So I have lasers and artillery here, and I create my defense. I did not write any code here. And they're moving, they're shooting lasers. They would shoot their artillery if lasers wouldn't hit, but in all those cases, lasers hit. So if I put bots up here, for example, the top ones will shoot artillery. And the bottom one will shoot artillery too. Yeah. So I didn't have to write any code for this to happen. Granted, it won't be the best defense. When you finally do want to customize some things, what I'll do is I'll give you what your code was, which would be like this by default, and you'll be like, whoa, like what's going on here? But you can actually pretty easily read this. If melee will hit, then use melee. If lasers will hit, then use lasers. And so adding something in here like, all right, let's duplicate this, and let's just say if lasers will hit to the right, then use them to the right. And we won't try shooting them up and down. Maybe we'll just move if we have that situation happen. So yeah, you don't need to know how to code. So your attacker starts with a bit less HP. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Darkstorm, the reason I linked this document to you is because there is upgrading a computer here. You might actually have enough experience at this point. It's not obvious how you upgrade your computer right now. If you see at the bottom it says level 2, how much experience you have, and then there's an upgrade button. If you have enough, you can upgrade, and eventually you do get to the point where you can just cover the arena and landmines. There are going to be some very interesting defenses at level 10. Probably a lot of overpowered defenses. Especially because if you got to level 10, it means you were playing the game a lot. Which means you probably know how to use everything. That lets you move 2 tiles at once. I think this would probably end up being for attackers, and it would probably have to only move you 2 tiles at once. It would still be really good with melee. In fact, probably better than thrusters. How hard would it be for me to create my own simple C compiler? I mean, depends on what you mean by simple. So it might not be too terribly bad, but a lot of what makes C compilers good, I think, is the crazy amount of optimizations they can do in targeting different platforms and everything. You would probably output to like one brand of assembly. Okay. So code execution timeout. When this happens, we need to emit something to the log so that we know that it happened. So punish time. Emit an event to the journal so that we know a bot was timed out. Okay, I don't have a very easy way to do this. Oh yeah, the client server router. And we just won't ever listen for it, I suppose. So router actions. That will say code execution timeout hit or code timeout hit. We don't need to subscribe to anything. We could make a little fizzle animation or something. That could be fine. Code timeout hit. Alright. Yeah, so we can just make this change everywhere. Great. Hey, Inspector. Alright, so over here we just say code timeout hit, and then we need to say how much total time elapsed and punish time. And probably also the code execution timeout. Maybe we'll put that in. No, that's a constant. I guess we'll just leave that as is. Okay, so let's try this. So all we need to do is make a bunch of bots that have infinite loops. Yeah. Let's log into Atom 4. We'll make a new bot here. Actually, it doesn't need anything. We'll just say for there. So this is an infinite loop. So this bot is going to get cut off from executing its code. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, so code timeout hit. And then it'll probably never get another turn. Yeah, because there's that punish time concept where they just don't get to do anything for pretty much the rest of the match. So what I'd like to see is the journal from that. It should probably still be saved. Debug main.simulation server.arena.journal. Yeah, here it is. So the very first few entries are going to be code timeout. Where are you? Code timeout hit. Here we go. So this is the ID. This is how long it took to run the code, 11 milliseconds. And then this is the punish time as a result, 7,000. What in the world is that doing? There needs to be a time where this happened, right? Time 0 and then time... Okay, so if we ever got to time 7,000, my bots would run something again. Yeah, we're getting to like 8,000. Okay, so let's do this. Let's lower the damage on everything else and make sure that this still works the right way. So lasers, we'll make them do 1/10 the amount of damage. Artillery, same thing. Damage. Oops. I'm trying to just select damage. I guess we'll just do it this way. There. Okay, so we'll make that 1/10, and then missiles are the last one. So great. All of these have been cut down drastically to the point where we should see these bots get another turn. So code timeout was hit once. There, it got hit again, 7,700. All right, perfect. Yeah, so this is working. So how long did that game take to simulate? 284 milliseconds. Okay, not bad. Part of the reason why is because I cut everything into 1/10, so it just took so much longer to kill the CPU. All right, but now we have the journal entries there. All right, not bad, not bad. So if I just copy paste all of this, which you probably can't even do, I have to hit save as. All right, I guess I could try it this way. There, yeah, there we go. So code timeout hit was found 3 times. 1, 2, 3. No, wait, no, it wasn't found just 3 times. Because each time it was found, there was a 2 next to it. So it was found 6 times. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, that's working as expected then. Hey, law beginner. Yeah, great. All right, so now we have a way of knowing when this happens. Let's go check it in. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks terrible, looks good, and looks good. Great, cool. So then this is really the only change we made. Log to the journal when a code timeout happens. Liquidor had run into a problem on the production server where his bots stopped working, and I think it was due to a code timeout getting hit, but I had no way to confirm. Now journals will contain information about whether it was hit and how long the bot took. Now there's one other little thing we did here, which is punish time. We don't need to keep this in there. We can just keep total time elapsed. The rest of this we can figure out based on the version. What's the maintenance guy going to do? So right now I have an Ethernet cable just running up the stairs in our place, and he'll put it in the wall. At least that's the goal. He's gonna give me a quote on how much it costs to do that. So yeah, total time elapsed. That's the only variable here, and it should always be 11 milliseconds. But all right, cool. So that's done. Next up. Yeah, seriously, man. People are really like upset with that idea that I don't want to do this myself. I don't trust myself to do it. I am just pretty sure I'm going to create a hole in the wall and then it'll become a graveyard for Ethernet cables. Oh yeah, Horforia. This is like when I was playing Portal and everyone was getting frustrated. If you want to vent your frustration, talk to Digite, who thinks exactly how you do about this. So refactor the message sent so it's area or parent instead of regen a million times. Yeah, this is a minor issue, but it's something that should definitely be done. Let's go take care of this. Cost you around $100. Yeah, it's gonna cost me a little bit more, I think. I can talk you through it step by step. It's really easy. But isn't one of the parts buying a tool that lets you snake it through your wall? I mean, okay, look, this guy's coming over today. He's only obligated to give me a quote. He's not obligated to do the work, and the quote is free. So I don't have to say yes. I just think it's a way better idea for me to say yes, unless it's something like $500. It shouldn't be. You don't need a special tool? A hammer? No. All right. So entities affected. This was just an array before. And what we would do is we would push. Wait, what? Why would I do this? I pushed an entity here. This doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure this doesn't make any sense. Oh, we never use it. Oh, what a bad idea. So we're sending, oh man, all right, I gotta take a look at the journal. See if EMP is serializing entities or something to the journal. I'm never using them, but I'm pretty sure I'm sending them wrong. Do you unban people if they sub? Do you have the material to pierce through walls, guide cable through walls, isolate the cable, the plug you put in walls? No, I don't have that. Creative do-it-yourself. Oh man. All right. We got to test out EMP. We needed to hit something. Well, so Horforia, I think in the end, I really don't trust myself to do this, and it does involve, home modification. Hey, OJ. So I'll at least get the quote from the guy. That part is totally harmless. So I need to buy EMP, which thankfully I have the money for. Let's go do that. Then we'll go edit the defense, and we need to take a look at what happens with the journal after we do this. There. Done. Okay, so now we take a look at the journal. We should really speed this up so that it doesn't take so long. There we go. And one of the very first things here should be EMP. Is it? Yes. What is this? Ooh, I was afraid of that. That is really, really bad. Wow. Yeah, I just never thought about this, did I? Just never struck me. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad right now. I'm putting the entire entity into the journal. Huh. No one's using EMP, so it's not that bad. You don't need to put any holes in the wall? Yeah, so Horforia, can you just type out the step-by-step guide? Yeah, because I'm curious about this, even though I'm probably not going to do it. Hey, Blueberry King. And hey, Spurtman. Fun. No, Horforia, I called him because without even talking to anyone, I convinced myself that this was too hard for me to do. Like at this point, he's just working for me. It's like if I was having a 100-person party and I wanted a caterer. The caterer didn't like convince me that his services were needed. I just didn't want to do the work. No, there's no leaked data. Like, well, actually, wait, there probably is leaked data now that I think about it. Oh, would you look at that? There is leaked data. Yep, whoops. All right, well, let's give you a point, Liquidor. Hey, Kazoon. Yeah, I'm of this mindset. Horforia and Digitae are pretty staunchly against it. I want to hear what it sounds like, what the process sounds like. So, all right, I need to do this in a way better way than I had done this. There are two parts to this. One is never doing this, and the other part is doing it correctly for area repair. So let's go fix area repair. Entities affected is going to be ID and life healed. Array of objects with real ID and life healed, or heal amount, life actually repaired, life healed. I don't know, life healed sounds fine. Hey, J Bugsy. Whoops. No stream this month, guys. House collapsed. Alright, so dot push. We'll say real ID, target real ID, and life healed, life actually repaired. Then we don't do any of this stuff, and we just put entities affected here. Can't wait to greet Evan when he streams tomorrow. Well, why did you type a dot? Your main JS is 2,700 lines. Yeah, no, there's definitely some files that are too large here. I just haven't done that yet. Are you looking for this? Alright, so we have entities affected. These need to actually regenerate their life, and the client doesn't know how to do that. So you need to copy stuff from here over to area repair. Yeah. const. Alright, so go back and heal all of their life. Let's go do it. So it's real ID life healed. And then we just need to do this stuff. Area repair heal. So real ID life healed there. It's gonna have a health component if we could find this, but what is area repair? Area repair is a brand new piece of hardware, and I will show you what it does. Assuming I still have this thing. Yeah. So area repair pulses out this little green circle, and anyone in that circle gets healed for a little bit. So yeah. What happened here? This could be because of a change that I'm making right now. Yeah, in fact it is. Why do I sometimes go into unranked? Is it because of a skill level difference? Yeah, it's because you played against all of the eligible people in the last day. How do I unhighlight a replay in the battle log? I already watched this replay. What are you talking about, Pawn? Are you saying it's... Oh, that keeps happening. Are you saying it's marked as new? Or are you just saying it's yellow and you don't want to have it be yellow anymore? Because once you've selected a replay, there's no way to deselect replays. Even if you go to different tabs, it's going to be selected. You just have to refresh the page. But no one's actually asked about that before. So if that is what you want, let me know and I can consider adding it. If what you're saying is it's marked as new and it's marked as new even after you've replayed it, then that's different. And yeah, Marco, in this case, you would convince 2 more people to sign up for Botland and make a defense. Or, Marco, if you really want, you can just make 2 more accounts and make some defense for them. And hey, Nate Goody. Okay, so we have this. This should work. So let's take a look. Yeah, perfect. Nice. So this saves on journal size and number of messages that get sent out. So this is a good thing. Hey, Altrin. And that's totally fair. I think right now, with the UI that there is in the game and that there's no tutorial, I think it is very hard to get in to the game. I think that with the new UI that we have planned, so this PDF is the UI mockup. When you log in, at least it's clearer what you can do. And there's still some noise here, like this post-it note and the defense in the background I probably won't have there anymore. And then when you actually go to edit your defense, like things will be a little bit clearer what you can do and what options you have. And eventually there will be a tutorial. I think the tutorial needs to teach a few key points, and that'll go a really long way in getting users onboarded in Botland. Like one of them, I don't think this is particularly difficult, but I think some people don't necessarily know what to do on this UI. So just showing you, hey, drag from over here, and you can pick what level you want, and you're done. And drag it away when you don't want it. And if that's still confusing for people, then we can change this UI, or we can try to teach people differently or put in little cues. But yeah, definitely fair feedback, Altrin. It's yellow. I assume clicking on it again would unyellow it. It's not marking as new. Wanted to get rid of the highlight so I'd notice if new attacks came in. Okay, I'll write this down under the feedback, and we'll have to do some testing around this later. Botland backup alpha feedback. Where is your first message about this? Here it is. Add some particles to the repair so it's more obvious. Oh, that's all coming later. In fact, there's another thing that I have here, weapon effects, that I was showing off yesterday. This is what area repair will eventually look like. Where is it? Here. And I think this will make it way more obvious what's going on. So yeah, for right now, I don't have these graphics yet. I don't have the shaders yet. So I'm just doing something really quick for right now. Be sure to remind people to save their scripts before wiping out the database. So you should really just save them even if I don't wipe out the database. Even I'm saving them outside of Botland. Because there's no guarantee that I don't just wipe the database out today, for example. And then, yeah, all of this stuff would just be gone. Now, there are some things I try to do to make it a little bit easier. I try to take a dump of the database so that I can later restore it if you really needed me to. But that's a pretty tedious process. So, yeah, if you have any code that you really want from Botland, just do this. Copy, paste, save. You're done. There's no way you can lose it at that point. At least not from a database wipe. Hey, simple, and hey, for real. What's up for today? So today I am going to be doing some more miscellaneous tasks. Really, that's going to be the agenda for the next month. And it's cleaning up the stuff from area repair, just going through the feedback list, taking care of some things. Eventually, we're going to start to tackle the larger bugs that have been in the game for a little while. But we're not there yet. Okay, so this, entities affected. This is on area repair. So for here too, we really just need an ID and what the hardware is, which we have here. So we really just need the ID. Yeah. This is just an array of real IDs. So get component ID enemy entity and just put ID component dot ID. Sounds good. There, and that fixes that. Problem solved. So now we need to test out area repair and EMP, and then we're good. So let's go play a real game of those. So I'll make a defense that does nothing. This is actually kind of doing nothing right now, but let's make a brand new account that does nothing. So we'll register for Adam 5. And we'll make a defense that, no, we can't make it do absolutely nothing. It needs to have bots. All right, let's just make a blank script. So we'll put a channel of bots like that. And then we'll go attack this player. So we log into Adam 4. We buy EMP and area repair. Good and good. Then... Sorry, I need both of these things. And then we want like melee. So here's the script we're going to do. Init equals function. Used EMP equals false. Used repair equals false. If not used EMP, used EMP equals true. EMP for who cares what, melee. It just matters that we use it. It doesn't matter what we use it on. So same thing here. Used repair. We'll say repair stuff. And then after that, we'll say I'll just have it move left a bunch of times. Turns equals 10. If turns is greater than 0, move left, then figure it out. Okay, hopefully that works. Let's just go try this out. So how many is 10 moves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just change that number to 7. Done and commence. You must place at least 2 bots. Okay. Done. You must place at least... Oh, whoops. You must place at least 2 more bots. That's what it said. All right, cool. So they use EMP, they repair, they move to the left a bunch of times, and then they start meleeing down the CPU. Perfect. Okay, that is absolutely exactly what I wanted. Now let's go pull that from the database. See, this is why I just shouldn't use certain words when I'm streaming. So select journal from, how about this? Select ID from replays. Number 2. Never mind. Select journal from replays where ID equals 2. So here it is. We want to put a /G there. Yep. And then I want to select all of that. Maybe make some dev rules where min bots aren't required and items don't cost anything. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Orange Ray. I just think the issue there is that it opens me up to potentially enabling those rules on the real server, and then people can just do whatever they want. So I'm a little hesitant about that. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'll write this down. All right. So let's take a look. How does EMP look now? Here. Oh, no. What? Why is this still happening? Oh, I forgot to restart the server. Oh, God. All right. Well, that was all a waste of time. All right. Well, we needed to go do that again. Let's forfeit this match. Forfeit this match. Forfeit this match. And then we should be able to play against Adam 5 again. Although it's not guaranteed. So we'll have to just keep forfeiting until that happens. Here it is. Okay, cool. So we put down 3 bots. And we hit U. There we go. And now we should have a journal in the database again. Let's go take a look. Number 8. Hey, this is way shorter. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's actually the big difference that we just did. This is the bug that I just fixed. Is instead of this replay going for how many ever characters I have selected, 92,000. Instead of it being 92,000 characters, it's now only 9,000. So we just cut the replay size down by 90% by fixing that bug. But only when EMP is used. If EMP isn't used, it doesn't have that bug. So now let's take a look. Yeah, EMP fired now just tells you who it affected. Before it told you everything about them. Their parents, their favorite ice cream flavor. So an area repair is not affecting anybody. Okay, that's probably a bug. That's very likely a bug. In fact, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's a bug. Entities affected dot push, and then entities affected. Hey, Dron. Oh no, it's only when it actually repairs. Right. So it didn't actually heal any life, so it's not going to tell you that it repaired them. That's correct, I suppose. So, but we're not really testing anything unless I have them missing out on life. So yeah, let's do this. This dot life equals math dot floor. This dot max life divided by 2. And now we'll test that out. All right. So connect attack. Hey, Rinku. Oh, speaking of that, what's today? The 7th. Aha, okay. Because we have a birthday coming up in 3 days for someone on the stream. All right, so we just put down these same bots, and they should heal themselves. Oh, except for there's going to be, yeah, whatever, that worked. Okay, let's take a look at the replay now. Got it. So area repair. What did I call this thing? Ah, here it is. Yep, perfect. So we have a bunch of life healed and IDs. Nice. Nice. The bots are still kissing on login. Yeah, I know. All right, yeah, both of these were pretty good to fix. Yeah, so if I ever serialize an entity, it means I've done something very wrong. I wonder if I should put in some guard code so that that doesn't happen in the future. Because I didn't even realize there was another data leak here. Oh, man. But all that you see from here, everything that's selected, yeah, there's 26,000 characters that got emitted to the log that did not need to be emitted. Only like 100 needed to be emitted. That's why this cut down on so much space. Can't believe it. So yeah, how do we prevent this from happening in the future? I guess route would need to check whether we have an entity in there somewhere, but it would need to do a search of everything. It's probably not a good idea. Add to journal. Action args. Yeah. There's no easy way to do this. Unless in development mode I have it run through a bunch of extra checks to see are these the proper types. But I think in general I just need to be very careful about this. Or there is one other thing I could do. Right here we know that this screwed up because we had validated code, original code. We could search through all of the replay text to make sure that doesn't exist. How do I host Botland? I use AWS, and I've got some information about what the infrastructure looks like here. Okay, I'm going to write this down for to do later. Search through the plain text of a replay for original code and validated code. When on a dev build only. These properties indicate that I'm serializing an entire entity, which should never happen. If these exist in the replay, then it means that I'm leaking code to players. Searching, this used to be the case with EMP because I just quickly threw together entities affected as entity objects instead of as IDs. You need some Botland bots as emotes? Yeah, I thought about it. We're actually still getting some more bots in Botland. I think I might have told you guys that we were launching with all the ones that you see here. So everything in this list, which I think is 24 items, but I think we're going to have another few when we launch the game. So yeah, you don't have access to this URL, but still, there's a bunch of different bots you can get. Oops. There we go. So it'll be neat once the cosmetic items are a little bit cheaper and more pervasive, just to see kind of how are people setting up their defenses. When we've got tile sets in the game, do they make their cosmetics match the tile set a little bit? There's gonna be a lot of interesting stuff. So let's go check this in. Overall, good fix. I want to point out to everyone who's watching right now, today I am going to have to split this stream up into 2 different streams. So at some point, this guy is going to call, or he's just going to show up at the door. I don't know which. If he shows up at the door, then I'm going to have to just kind of skedaddle out of here. But if he calls, then I'll at least be able to give you guys a warning. I'm just letting you know that'll probably happen in about an hour and a half. Do you have any resources to learn about entity component systems? So I did my own research a while ago. I don't know if I saved any of that anywhere. Entity component system rationale. Okay, I just wrote my own notes here a long time ago. Yeah, this was before starting my stream, August 14, 2015. So it was about a half month before I started. But yeah, I don't know. These are not really shareable notes. So I would just say look online, see what a bunch of other engines do and why they do what they do and what makes sense for you. Okay, so life healed is the life actually healed, so I guess we don't need to do this. Not that I know why we did that anyway. Why did we do that? Here. Oh, told us to regenerate, but the entity did not regenerate any life. Yeah, fine. Told us to repair life on an entity. It's not called entity real ID at this point, is it? It's just real ID. Hey, Numerous. Is there a plan to add an offense/attack battle log? Would like to see what my record is for attacking today. I will write that down as feedback. There isn't exactly a plan to do that. But yeah, I'll write it down. He didn't show up yesterday? Right, he didn't show up yesterday. He told me in the morning he wouldn't show up because it was snowing here. And that's relatively unusual, so it's not easy to travel in snow here. How do I prevent plain tasks from resetting my theme every time I open Sublime up? Vito, I'm not sure. That might be a bug. It might be a settings problem. I'm not sure how to help there. But I don't have that happening for me, so I didn't have to overcome that. Okay, what else do we have here? New life is defined but never used. Yeah, now it is. Missing semicolon. I don't know where that is. Here. And then health component, we cannot check that in. Cool. So let's try this out one more time. Perfect. So fix how area repair and EMP emit to journal. Previously, area repair emitted a regen message for each entity that was repaired. I'm now lumping them all into a single message to save space. EMP, on the other hand, emitted the right kind of message, but with way too much data. I was accidentally serializing all entities, which meant replays became gigantic and leaked data about code. You're right, Numers. You're right, I never opened the door for you. I have a no Numers policy. All right. So what's the verdict on this? Because this could be really easy to do. The problem is this: we have area repair and we have regular repair, which I don't own, so I can't show you. But anyway, we have area repair and we have regular repair. You can't use them both at once. And in Blockly, it looks like we just have these APIs. So it's not obvious what you use for area repair. I'm thinking of just adding in another block that says repair all or area repair. I think that's the easiest solution. It does exactly the same thing that repair self does. But it would be more obvious what's going on there. But then again, I might have to modify the snippets if I do that too. So you'd see like repair self and you'd say, wait a second, I can't do this. I have repair all. I think it's going to cause confusion no matter what. I'm not sure what I should do to fix this. We could just say on the block, this is what Hideo suggested, instead of repair self, we could say repair self / repair all. Let me see how that looks. I need to change this here too. Will repair self / will repair all. AG240. It's going well. I'm working through, honestly, this is kind of a minor problem, but it's still a problem. I wrote this out earlier and I should have just saved this, but it's generally this. So problem, you can't equip both area repair and regular repair at once. In JavaScript, they're both the repair API, so there's no problem. In Blockly, the blocks have text that says repair self, so it's not obvious that you need to use that block for area repair, where you may expect it to say repair all. So yeah, what's the solution for this? We could just change text, we could just add another block. We could change the game design and just allow you to equip them both at once. The thing is, okay, so I'm not opposed to this fourth problem, the fourth solution I mean, of allowing you to just have them both at once. What other things that we have planned for repair? Repair, heal the target's life, no cooldown, can use on self. Repair over time, applies a strong, short heal over time on the target. Long range repair, massive repair, single target, heavy cooldown, high healing. And then area repair. Yeah, so we had a bunch of different ones here. So for something like this, if you have massive repair on, it makes sense to just call repair self. Totally fine. If you have long range repair, also makes sense. Call repair self, repair target, call repair over time, same thing. So area repair would just be a special kind of repair where just the wording is going to change. I don't know what to do. Like we could change all these to repair self or all. And that's not going to be obvious though. That'll cause a different set of confusing text to arise. Could just add in a new block. Could do that. So instead of this, I copy paste this and I say Terminator repair all. And I just set this equal to whatever the other one was set to. This looks like such a bad idea. So then will repair self turns into will repair all. This gets set here. All right, let's take a look at that. Maybe that's better. I feel like this is a silly problem. So now we have a terminator for repair self, we have repair entity, and we have repair all. Every single one of these converts into the same JavaScript code. That's why I don't necessarily like having these. But I do think it makes more sense for Blockly, so maybe this is the best solution. Then if you want to say if will repair all, then repair all, you could do that. If you want to make a snippet for this, repair self, repair ally, repair all. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, this is probably the simplest solution. Yeah. I think this is the best. The only question is, what do we do for the snippet? Because the snippet is going to be different. Repair all. You'd probably want to make sure that you're going to heal a certain amount of life, which means getting the amount that you're going to repair might be helpful. could return 0 or the number that you have. Okay. So I think this is the solution. Yeah. I'll go with this. So that part's already done. We just need the snippets for repair all. Add a snippet for repair all. Now how we do this is going to be the hard part. Then doing it's going to be the easy part. So designing it is the only hard part here. So get all allied X within range X, since it may not necessarily be your vision range. Yeah, that's step 1. So what do you want to do when it comes to repairing all of your bots in range? First, you probably want to figure out how much life is missing and how much would be healed by repairing. Or you just want to figure out how many bots will be affected. Both of those require an API. Find something in range X. Hey, banana. Okay, so we could do that. We could say find entities in range. This can use the same arguments as find entities. So let's just delete all these blocks and see what that does. Find all friendly bots. So you can say find all friendly bots in range. We could just change this API to have range on it. So just change find entities to provide a range that defaults to the vision range maybe, which is 5, but that might not be obvious to people. Maybe it defaults to infinity. No, just make 2 APIs, I think. That's probably a better idea. Yeah, maintenance guy, there's an Ethernet cable. I bought like a 100-foot Ethernet cable, and it's just running from this computer downstairs to the router. And it looks pretty ugly. So we're going to try to get it to get run through the wall. Wow, antimatter tape. It's a Louisiana world record. So we'll have find entities. Make the Blockly block say in vision range, maybe. And then find entities in range. Specify a range parameter. Then there's this part. You probably want to figure out how much life is missing. So how would we do this? We could have a sort function that just sorts by life, and then you could check the bot at the beginning of it to see if it's missing life. But chances are you want to like reduce this. We could say reduce entities life. Get the sum of the life values. Or maybe reduce entities missing life. Get a total amount of life missing. And then make a snippet out of all of these. What's Liquidor doing? Going crazy? I'm still number 3. I want to be rank 1. Quick questions / suggestion, kind of. Do you think it'd be doable with the information in the replays to get something like a debug inspector during replays or testing and defense? Oh, this would definitely be tough. Yeah, this would be pretty tough. So for one, like, it's not possible with the information that's there now because we don't save script information. So we don't know what variables you had set. If your script says something like init equals function, like a equals 5, b equals 5, ... z equals 5, and then your update has a function that says something like move right, the replay is just going to say bot 1 move right, bot 1 move right, right. And yeah, at any given time, we need to omit all of the variables to the replay. Wait, were old ranks ever at 7K plus? I think it was always the high, like 1800s and 1900s. No, noob. I think what Hideo's saying is you wouldn't be giving this away to anybody else. You would just be able to see it. Like, it is possible to hide information in replays. On the end, it was 6,500 plus. Okay. Which, by the way, did anybody else attack me recently? Man, I want to see how my new defense does. No one's attacked my new defense. Kind of painful at the moment to get around that. Get that around, especially for shared variables. The face of Adam not getting it. Yeah, I still don't get it though. What am I missing? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, I'll write that 2 under alpha feedback. Oh, me neither, liquid or strange. Okay, fine. Thought there was something I was missing. Hideo wants a debug mode that shows you the values of variables when you pause the replay. For example, you could click one of your own bots and it would say something like shared A equals 5, behavior equals 2. Oh, I see. Alright, thanks, Joke Explainer. Okay, I think we've got our solutions here. So add API for find entities in range. Add Blockly block for this. Add API for reduce entities. So just find entities in range. It's going to work pretty much the same way that find does. So let's just do this. If you specify null, I guess it should just be your vision range. A null range would just be your vision range. Is it possible to write a custom command in JavaScript so I can open programs, mount VHDs and such? Yeah, you could, but it would have to be something that's run on your own machine. So if you run it from a browser, that wouldn't work. But if you run it from something like Node.js, you could. Node.js can execute arbitrary commands on your machine because you can just run shell scripts if you want. And then the shell scripts can run the commands you want. No, Hideo, the reason I write that down, it's not saying like, oh, you're the only person who wants this. It's if I ever have a question about why you wanted it, I know who to ask. It's more Hideo suggested this, and I just am not careful about the wording in my own notes. Why don't you pass it at the base of the call with some cable attached to the wall? What numbers? Base of the call with some cable attached to the wall. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but either way, I'm probably not gonna do that. Hey, Syntonic. I don't know if I said that. I'm losing my mind right now. Is anyone gonna attack me in bot land? If anyone new wants to sign up, you could try attacking me, and then you could be one of these players who loses to me. I just wanted to insult Liquidor. Nice. Leave bot land running tonight so my wife can play. I might stream a little later than normal tonight because of the whole today command that I have going on. Why hide the cable? What if something happens with the cable? Well, but I mean, think of all your think of all the wiring for just your electricity in your house. If something happens with the cable, you'd call an electrician, right? Is Botland your game? Yeah, it is. Didn't my top melee bot in phase 3 disappear? Did it disappear? So this one, life 1970, 1910, 1410, 910, 880, 380. No, it just died. Liquidor, are you just making stuff up? Like maybe I was running it really quickly so it looked like it disappeared. But no, it just got shot a bunch of times. Yeah. No, it just died. And will the servers be up while you have maintenance on? Yeah, I don't see why not. They're running on AWS. Liquidor, did you get sleep last night? I like the new explosion graphics. Yeah, I think they look really good. Now, one of the things I want to point out is artillery right now is showing that explosion graphic for, waiting for it to happen so I can just show you. All right, there we go. So it's showing it for a plus sign. Only really the middle one should probably have that graphic. The ones on the outside should be a smaller graphic. What I'm using is called major explosion, but I was really just testing animation. I do think it looks a lot better though to have this sort of thing. You got 3.5 hours? So you've gotten 5.5 hours of sleep in 2 nights. Do you know any good place for learning Pascal? No, sorry. Mesopotamia. Huh. Okay, so add block with lock. Add API for reduce entities. This should probably be reduce entities missing life. And then add blockly block for this. And then finally, add a snippet for repair all to blocking. So this would do something like this. Find entities in range. We need to know the repair range, which I guess is 3. That's unfortunate that we need that. So bots owned by me. So we say like entities equals that. Then total missing life equals reduce entities missing life. If total missing life is greater than 50 and will repair, then repair. But it's a little bit more than that. Note, make sure this is repair all. Note, make sure this is repair all. And there's one thing I'm missing. Oh yeah, the count. We probably want to get the count. So count equals, let's make that. Add API for count array. So it'd just be count entities, something like 5 or null or whatever. Can you try it? Yeah, sure, you can try it, Kobe. It's online right now. Any plan at some point to get shared A to Z instead of only 4 variables? Alpha feedback. Yeah, the plan wasn't really to limit you there. I wanted to prevent any sort of attacks that might happen through shared variables, but I guess if I'm giving you 5, I might as well just give you any of them, or let you store arrays in there or something like that. Yeah, okay. All right, so we've got all this set up now. Now we just need to do it. Yeah, and then there should probably be one last thing. Add an API to get the life of any bot. So this should be allowed as long as you can sense the bot. Make sure this only returns the life value if you can sense the bot. And then I really should write tests for all of these things. Yeah, I don't know if this is a mistake. Yeah, it's a Zula Turk. When I say I don't know if this is a mistake, I'm talking about I added in area repair yesterday, but the only way to really test it out is to add in all of these APIs. So it's going to take about 2 days to have added in this hardware. Now, granted, area repair is a relatively unique piece of hardware. The last time I did something like this was for regular repair, because previously it just wasn't possible to use it correctly. You needed these 2 APIs. You need to say find all the friendly bots and then filter them so that I'm sorting them by lowest distance and then by lowest life. So you could get the bots right next to you and then find the one with the lowest life and then repair that one. And that worked out great. So now you have this snippet, repair ally. So get all your bots, then filter them, and then if it exists and you'll repair it, then repair it. Perfect. This is great. So what this does is if you have, let's go take a picture. So you have something like this. This bot in the middle, let's say this is a heal bot. This could just see which bot next to me has the lowest life. If any of them are missing life, oh, actually, is that even there? Yeah, anyway, if any of them are missing life, I'm going to need to add in another thing. Modify repair ally so that it checks the life of the target. Yeah. You ready to do a 24-hour hackathon on Twitch with me? Can I check there are any bugs and try to glitch it out? Yeah, you can, Kobe. Got it anyway. Oh, Adam got it anyway. Okay, yeah. Got it. Cool. Okay. Well, let's get to work. This work is very likely going to be interrupted by me having to close down the stream in about an hour. Alright, so let's check this part in. Note, this block is functionally identical to repair self because the underlying JavaScript API is simply repair with no arguments. However, users were confused when they didn't find an area repair block. So I think this will alleviate some confusion. Will that code snippet try to repair allies outside of 5 tiles if sensors are active? I know I could test it in game. When you're talking about the one that's already in the game, this one, repair only has a range of 1. So what will happen here is you'll find all of the allies that you have, and if let's say instead of being 1 tile away from you, these were all these were all 4 tiles away from you. Since repair only works at a range of 1, will repair entity is going to return false. So you won't actually repair them. But what you could do is you could say this. If there's a repair target and the distance to them, so get distance to repair target is, and this is why this is tedious to do this in Blockly. If it's greater than, let's say, 1, then you could write a pursue call here. There. So you can write code that'll handle the edge cases. And this shouldn't be very difficult to do. It's just modifying like just the if statement, pursuing. So you can duplicate this whole thing and say if will repair, then repair them. So cool. Or you could nest this in a better way and just put both ifs inside of here. So we put this here, get rid of this. There. So this isn't very tough to understand, I think. If it exists and it's far away, pursue it. Otherwise, repair it. With Sprint, you can heal bots 10 tiles away. Sorry, I know the phone's annoying. I need to keep it on because of the maintenance guy coming over today. Otherwise, you typically never hear it. All right, let's get to work. Find entities in range. So we go to code API constants, we go to find entities, and we change this to in range. Then we go to code execution system, we go to find entities, and we really only have one of these. So now find entities in range, friendly or enemy, type range. Now this API here, we'll just copy paste this up to here. And we'll just say return this dot find entities in range, friendly or enemy, type null. Perfect. So now if range is, let's see, if range equals null, or rather if is nil range, then range equals this dot sensor range, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. Get sensor, I have no idea. Can activate shared arena sensor. Hey Adne, it's going pretty well. Ah, here it is. Get sensor range. Perfect. Now we just need to filter by range. This already would have taken sensor range into account. In fact, this is probably where I should start refactoring some of this. Let's take a look. Get sensor range. That just uses the range here. Yep. Too bad. Too bad. Alright, we need to refactor all this. Your repair self function needs to be updated. It only repairs if the bot has less than 1500. No, that's just the snippet. The reason this is here is so you can customize it without having to add the and everything yourself. If I just made it be this, wait for it. Yeah, if I just made it be this, then if you ever wanted to customize it, you had to add a bunch of blocks. So I purposely did this, and you're just supposed to customize it if you want to. If you're saying why not just set this to be the max life, the reason why is because if you're at 1980 life out of 2000 and your repair is going to heal you for 150, you probably actually don't want to use it. So I do think there's a reason for that, but I'm not the one who should dictate that. It's you guys, so that's why this is customizable. Can I add a script for my CPU so it can alert my bots that's being attacked? No, I think adding scripts for entities like the CPU or chips, they would mostly be pretty straightforward. So I will probably give you an API to let you know that the CPU is being attacked. But the CPU won't have that. Your bots will have it. What does Botcoin do? Let me show you. Where is how to play? Yeah. So in the how to play document at the bottom, it says you can buy hardware, you can buy cosmetic items right now. So that's it. So basically just go to the store click the store button. Anything you see in here is something you can buy, and that's it. You can only buy right now, you can't sell. I disabled selling for now, so I'll just give you an error. And you only need to buy one of each item right now, but eventually that will change. You'll need to buy multiple cosmetic items to use multiple. But you don't have to now. Also, everyone gets the steamroller set for free. So you'll see the only price on this page that says 0 is the steamroller. You can buy all that for free. And yeah, no problem. Did I accidentally just type into here? I did. Okay, well, we fixed that. Yep, time to refactor this. How many times is this called in the code base? Hopefully not a million times. Oh, 8. That's not as bad as I thought. It's actually really fine. Nice. Also have it take in range. So just specify params in all places and have reasonable defaults, e.g. null range would use sensor range. Perfect. This is going to be a good change. So we need to we need to copy paste most of this out of there for now, because I want to do some refactoring. Fine, let's go do it. So we're just going to revert this whole file. There. So now I should have no changes, right? That's fine. We can leave that for right now. But no real changes. And now we're going to modify this API so that it always takes in params. Let's start with just here, params. So reference entity always needs to be passed in, right? Does it? Doesn't have to be. We only use it for getting the X and Y, and then for this. Also, is my sound louder than it normally is? It was. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I use it for this too. What is this used for? For what? Sensing? Can sense. Foe, ally, friendly is owned by me. This technically is not needed. I don't know if it's worth refactoring right now though. I could do it. Well, let's take a look at all the references. Maybe there's something that's going to make it more obvious about what we need this for. I think in general, we just use the active bot and this is fine. So let's take a look. EMP makes sense. Fire artillery makes sense. Find, yeah, makes sense. Reveal mines, yep. Area repair, yes. And zapper. Yeah, this is fine. We don't need to do this. We'll always take this in then. This and flags, these will be necessary. So we'll say these equals params, and then we'll have some optional ones. We'll say range is optional, and one other one. Allow reference entity. Allow reference entity to be returned equals param. So if the range is nothing, then we will set it here. If I want to set defaults in a better way. Yeah. This equals false. Don't allow it to be returned. I love this game, but my Ethernet is only 6 gigabytes. What? Oh, I got it. That's the maintenance guy. Let me see what he's saying. He might be saying he'll be here soon. He might be saying it's delayed. Today, noon, okay. Yes, sounds good. I will be ready then. Yeah, okay, so noon is 1 hour from now, so I gotta go in an hour. Commands from CMD and Node.js. Look up executing shell scripts. Okay, noob. Alright, so we've got these. Now we need to use these things. So range is already done. This one is not. So if util exists and allow reference entity. Wait, let's see. This is what this used to say. We're going to need to change this so return only if the entity exists. If this is false, then don't allow the entity to match. So I guess what we're going to say is this. Yeah. So I'm going to comment just briefly on what I just did here. I don't know if you guys remember De Morgan's law. De Morgan's laws. Paste this in the chat. But basically, if you have if A and B, and you want to negate this whole thing, then it turns out to if not A or not B. And so you kind of distribute the not. So the way you think about this is not A, and then not and is or, and not B. So what I was doing here is I was building up an if statement that I just didn't intuitively come to. So I just wrote it out the way I would want to write it out and then just applied De Morgan's, and yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, so either that or this is not equal to this. Perfect. Then we allow it to be returned. Done, 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 done. And let me put this up here. Cool. Oh, a bandwidth limit. Okay. Got it. Thank you, Simple. And hey, Echo, I saw you typing before the stream. Oh, what? When I run the app, I want to make a custom command which will trigger the code. I'm not totally sure what you mean, Vito. You could either have a shell script launching Node.js or Node.js launching your shell script. If it's this one, then you can literally just make something like echo node main to run.cmd. If it's this one, then look up shell execution. If it's not either of these, then I don't know what you're talking about. And you should just clarify it. Your game probably uses too much internet bandwidth. I actually think this should be pretty good once you're in the game. Is there a way? So I know downloading the initial time is not that great. I know that there's... I don't even think that's correct. Okay, yeah, 5.2 megabytes transferred. Once we've connected, though, is there a way to clear this? Yeah, clear. Once we connect, I don't think it's that bad. 57 kilobytes transferred. If we go to edit our defense, 58 kilobytes. If we go to attack somebody else, yeah, 63. This isn't too bad. Now, when we finally attack, this will probably be a little bit more. So let's go with, what does this person have? Missiles. Yeah, let's go with our melee bot that we have here. So let's put this down and see how much this is going to be. So 63 kilobytes goes to 65. That's actually not too bad. Yeah, so in general, I don't think the game should use too much data. But yeah, that initial download, I know that's pretty beefy. Oh, hey, antimatter tape attacked me and won. You jerk. Hey, my area repair is working. Nice. So these heal very small amounts of HP. So as he goes and stands around over there, this thing is slowly going to heal up a bit. So it's at 670. Oh, then it was out of range. That's unfortunate. But this one's healing up. 530, 580. Yeah. So how did you win eventually? Yeah, this thing's like about to die. Oh man. Yeah, you won pretty decidedly. Decisively, I meant. Main problem, bundle and reloading every time. Yeah. When I run my app with Node app, I want to type in hello while app is running, and I want it to trigger my function which says, oh, that's a REPL. That's what you want to, so you want to look into this. So this is like when you're in Node here and you can say console.log hi. You want to be able to just type hi and have it trigger that function, but from your application. Yeah, so look into REPL. I just noticed that I can still change your lights by the same link you gave me a month back. So for real, try it out. It shouldn't work. Because I never got any... Hey, there's a bunch of people who have tokens today that never used them. FYI, when you follow me, you get a whisper from BotLad. That link is not a virus. Hey, Zancro. But yeah, for real, I think what you're talking about is something that I know of. It just looks like you can change it. This one. Okay. So let's go continue to fix all of these. I've applied Hideo's law, so I think we're good. All right, now we just need to change how this gets called. So param is going to be an object. Params. All right, so required parameters. This is an entity. Why won't it let me put type on here? Probably because I'm defining this stupidly. Just add type. Cool. Then entity match flags. Cool. So this would be a number. Not passing this in means to use the vision range of the reference entity. If true, the reference entity, actually, won't the reference entity always be returned? Will be returned if it matches the flags passed in. Yeah, you can link for real. This is helpful for something like area repair, where the entity doing the repairing is a possible target for the repair as well. Okay. Yeah, that should be that. Now we just need to go update the references to it. So this just changes to be reference entity this dot active bot flags and nothing else except for a parenthesis. Yeah, okay. Next up is this. Cool. Keep going. Cool. You know, if flags doesn't exist, what's going to happen here? This will be nothing, and then bitwise and isn't going to work. We got to make sure this exists. Do we have assert here? Yeah, assert is number flags. It's not even is number, it's is integer. Well, yeah, whatever, that works. All right, what's next? Find all entities in range. So done with those. Not this one though. Cool. I have not used JSDOM, no. Alright, so we're done with all of these references. I think there's maybe one other reference that needs to be fixed up. Let's just take a quick look through everything. That's done, 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 done. There's just a comment, so it doesn't matter. That's actually not even true anymore. I'm going to have to fix that. That is the definition, so it doesn't matter. This does matter. So we need to fix this. Cool. Yeah, that's everything. Okay, so let's go fix that one instance where this is wrong. This now needs to say allow reference entity to be returned, true. Then we can delete this. Perfect. We need to run our tests again to make sure that I didn't just break something. So we just run them. We should have 20 failing, but not 21. 23. Okay, that's too bad. That means I broke something. Yeah, I broke this. Too bad. Too bad. So this has to be true. No, whoops. Should have been and. Yeah, whoops. Okay, that should fix the test now. This is why actually using the test is a good idea. No, it's still broken. Or I just didn't wait long enough for it to build. No, it's broken. Okay. Well, let's find out why. So we go to the arena test. We look up area repair. And we find the one where it should repair itself. This is failing. Just comment all of this out. So it's just going to run exactly one test. That test is going to fail. It shouldn't fail, but it is. Entity is not a full life. So it's trying to repair itself and it can't. I know for sure this is coming from here. Wait, enemy. Oh, darn it. What is this? It shouldn't say enemy. That's just a variable name though. Allies. Yeah. So allow it to be returned. Why is this not working? If it exists. No, alright, yeah, I see what the problem is here. There. Ah, problem solved. Okay, let's run all of the tests now. I think 13 of these fail. Oh, Hoisini. Thanks for subbing. You're welcome. Yeah, perfect. Alright, this fixes it. So like I said, originally 20 tests were failing, so those same 20 should still fail for right now. Yep, perfect. All right, bug solved. So we refactored this. This is now done. We lint the code, we commit. Just lost 20 minutes figuring out what was wrong in my code. Finally found someone wrote something like a comma 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 b equals function. Oh man, yeah. I don't think it's a good idea to even destructure things that way. I think at that point you should just say something like a equals rep val 0, b equals rep val whatever 4, or whatever index that is. But I think in general, isn't it better to, here, let's just define function. Function foo. Isn't it better to say a ignore b equals foo? And then a and b will be set to what you want, and ignore will be set to who cares what, because you don't want it. Time to get blamed though. Alright, this passed. This is good refactoring that I did here, I think. Because this will allow me to code the next thing much easier. Yep, looks good. Aha, restrict this to range 2. And there's a to-do item, and I can now fix that to-do item. Let's actually take a look at all of these. If any weird thing is happening here. Yeah, range. It is happening. So we could just have specified the range here. And then we don't need to do this at all, because we know that it's only going to be these. Oh, this is much better. Yeah, definitely. What's this? Fire artillery. Get all entities within range. This is going to be your sensor range. That's fine. Although I guess we could specify max range there. But then they're not necessarily things that you can sense. That's fine. If you sub, can I spam lights? No, subscribers get another function, flashbang, which lets you specify a color, which just changes them briefly. But I don't think that's nearly as good as just changing them manually. Also, sometimes it does something like that, where it desyncs. Hey, fatality. Okay, so this is fine. What about this? That's fine. Reveal mines, fine. Unless we do something with range down here. Area repair only is allowed up to a certain range. Let's just specify that. Cool. Then we can get rid of this. Which actually means that distance won't be used any longer. Yeah. I'm going to need to fix that on the other one too. So this range should be restricted to range equals 2. But only find bots up to 2 tiles away. We'll just do it this way. So distance is greater than 2. We won't get distance greater than 2 here. That's gone. However, we will know, oh, what's this half damage thing? That should be gone. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. I thought I got rid of this. I apparently didn't. Huh. Whoops. Hey, Mia. Yeah, whoops. We better verify that. See if Zapper still only does half damage to diagonals. This used to be intentional, but I thought I removed it, so I took it out of the GitHub documentation. Well, who knows? According to the code right now, it looks like that's still happening. This whole half damage. Too bad. An entity that is 2 tiles away in a cardinal direction. What's the purpose of wipe all entities? It's for something like, let's say I click this button here to exit this. These are 4 entities that are being tracked. When I exit that, we need to wipe all those out. Oh, check it out. Liquidor didn't beat me twice, and this one actually counted for rank. Take that, Liquidor. So this bot has 1240 life. As the match goes on, it slowly got up to 1440, then it died. But area repair is doing at least something. And a lot of my bots survived. Let's take a look at the third one again. Yeah, like this. This healed from 370, 470. Nice. Good old area repair. Indoor. Alright, what else do we have? Oh, it wasn't serious attempts at him. Yeah. Alright, so we don't even need the distance here anymore. Yeah, the rest of these are all fine. Huh. Yeah, this is a pretty good change. I got rid of it to do item. So let's lint the code one more time. And actually run the test another time too. I want to make sure I didn't break any more tests. There should only be 20 broken tests. Good. Cool. Let's check it in. Looks good. Looks good. Yep. Repair still works. Glad I wrote all those tests for repair. But really, the rest of today is going to be stuck with me just doing user-defined code changes. Oh well. It'll probably take about 3 more hours to do this stuff. I will warn you guys again, in about half an hour I'm going to have to just abruptly leave. I have a maintenance guy coming over, and we will very likely need to turn off the connection to this computer. So normally I just take my lunch break. I can't say how long it's going to be. It might be half an hour, it might be an hour and a half, I don't know, but I will be back afterward, and I will finish up the rest of today's work. So it might end up going longer than I normally stream till. Any penalties for forfeiting matches? Only ranked matches. So Kaitai, if you go on Botland and you attack someone and it says, it doesn't say anything about that the match is unranked, then it's a ranked match and forfeiting will cause your rank to drop. Let's take a look at this. Lasers, melee, reflect. Let's do this. Not bad. I never killed this chip though. Got it. Yeah, so my rating went up. Unlike Liquidor's, which just dropped because he intentionally lost. Alright, let's see. Where's Liquidor on the list now? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm intentionally tanking my rating, guys. Still ranked number 1. Yep. I believe it. Okay. I'll stop teasing you, Liquidor. What happened here? Oh, I just added a line. Okay. That's fine. Yep. So in general, this looks good, and I'm more confident checking this in because all of the tests passed. refactor, what is this called? Get all entities in range to take in params. In addition to this, it can now optional parameters range and what's the other one called? Get all entities in range. There it is. Which allowed me to refactor some of the calling code to be more succinct. Yeah. Where's the conspiracy emote? It was removed? Wait, people were talking about this the other day, but I thought they just typed it wrong. Why'd they remove it? Oh, wait, there it is. They just changed the name of it, right? Didn't it used to be DE instead of the? Am I making that up? Whoops. Twitch emotes. Wasn't that the name of it? I don't know. Yeah, well, so much I remember. Okay, so this is good. Commit that. Now we can try to salvage some of this. But is it really worth it? Maybe it is. So this is going to return this now. And we can just rename the existing one. Yeah, so find entities is going to just call this. All of this code goes to find in range, friendly or enemy, type, range. And then we started to write some more code there, and I just never finished it. Yeah, this doesn't matter. Now, what if you specify a range that you can't specify? We need to make sure you can sense whatever it is. But that actually could lag the game. Yeah, this is bad. This is definitely bad. So, shared arena. We can't allow range to go. Make sure a bad range wasn't specified, since this can come from users. Or we validate it in that particular API. That's probably a better idea. I don't think it should make sense for user input to get all the way over to here. Yeah. So yeah, we can put this here. Range is nil. Assert is number range. Miha, why is there a kappa there? Do you actually want to learn programming or no? Because if so, check out this PDF. I don't really think it matters what language you learn first. And hey, Lepko. Don't allow users to specify ranges outside of their sensor range. This is the only thing that I'm not sure about. So let's do this. Sensor range equals that. Sensor range is used here. Range equals math.min range sensor range. So that they're not scanning the entire arena. Now if you do specify, how does this work? Yeah, this is what does this. This makes sure that you can sense them. Absolutely certain that you provide the can sense flag here so that users can't override this and find cloaked enemies. Fake kappa. Okay. Well, yeah, I think in general it's just pick a language and start with that. See if you're enjoying it, learning some stuff. And if you just want a language to pick, Python's a pretty good start. Really, Unity and C# isn't bad. One thing that's pretty nice about Unity is you can get going pretty quickly in it, and their tutorials on YouTube are really good. They teach you a lot of stuff. If you're starting with Python, though, I think what's nice about that is you can start making programs pretty quickly. As far as games, you won't necessarily be making those that soon. Okay, so this is done. That isn't necessary. You could actually put this here, range equals null. And then what else? Yeah, we can't do this here. Now there is one question, which is, does the user want to return themselves in this list as well? Probably sometimes. In which case there'd have to be a checkbox here. Oh man. Yeah, we'll use that as the third argument then. Allow returning self. I don't know if this is going to make sense to people. But if not is Boolean, this equals true, false. I don't know what we should set it to. False. There's going to be a lot of stuff to test here. Horforia, did you ever give me that step-by-step guide? All right. So here's what I'm thinking. You've got this function, and users will be able to call this, find entities in range. So you say, hey, I want to find my own bots that are, or my own comma bots. This isn't real code, but my own bots that, and then here, like true. So allow self equals true. What this is saying is find all the bots around me and then also include me in that search. If you specified false for this, it would say just find the bots around me. So that's what this parameter is going to allow you to control. Now, the reason why this is important is, let's say your bot is intentionally supposed to be at, well, anyway, there's just some strategy reasons why, and I'm not going to go into those. I haven't even made a lot of these yet. I realize you aren't going to do it even if you know how, because you're not confident in your own abilities. But what if I'm just curious, Horforia? When are you going to add the final UI? I think there will be words, sorry, words, I don't even know what I was trying to say. I think I'll start working on it in bits and pieces. So I won't modify the login UI other than maybe adding a logo in at some point. But getting the main page to look more like the real page, I think is pretty important. So this will probably be done pretty early on. And then there are some other changes that I wanted to make, like this. The blueprint bar is going to have, I think this shows up here somewhere. Here. It's going to, this info is going to be docked. Right now it's not. So when you go into the game and you click another bot, there's this floating panel that you can drag around. And I don't think this is great. Oh, hang on. I gotta check these messages. This is the maintenance guy. Cool, I'm here. Text when you are ready. Okay, well, I gotta get going, guys. This is what I mentioned in that today command that I have. It is currently about noon for me. I'm gonna go get the maintenance guy inside, like figure out what's going on, and eat lunch, and then come back maybe by 1 p.m., so about an hour and a half from now. But I can't promise the time that I'll get back. I do know that I will, assuming I have internet, be streaming later in the afternoon. So if you want to watch me finish what I'm working on, then yeah, tune in later. I'm using Sublime shortcut keys. But yeah, thanks for watching so far, guys. I'll see you later. Botland will still be online. I'm going to leave my bots online too, so yeah, all right. I'll just see you guys later. Take care.